in Fortress Hardpoint, it is going to be the Denver Surrender starting on the preferred side and also starting off with the kills in this game. It's going to be 3 down already for the side of Denver Surrender, and that is not the start you wanted if you are Boston, already potentially in that spawn trap.
Yeah, you see Tyler, he's really the one that can potentially make a play in the situation. He is able to get that player off the time for now. We know how important holding these P2 spawns can be, and you see the Denver Surrender already starting to get pushed back. Looks like those spawns have flipped, so in the grand scheme of things, they might have started out slow, but they get that flip, and that's what matters most.
Already 20 seconds, though, going the way of Denver Surrender, and that time will continue to go as Blades staying alive on point. Boston trying to push this one to the point. I mean, 30 seconds gone by, though. And now some positioning here for Denver to try to make a play over toward P2. Big gunfights happening. There's going to be Colton trying to stay up and find these kills. Does find one. Looking for more, and it's going to be Tyler getting through and finding a big kill, and now maybe a chance, but spawns kind of coming all over the place right now for Denver. Boston having a hard time reading them in this way. Denver right now on the time and continuing to hold it down.
Yeah, it's been back and forth this P2 so far, but looks like Boston Burgers should finally have some solid control on that map. You see player 2 already rotating to that P3. You know how important it is. Denver Surrender, obviously they get those 40 seconds on the P1, and it's going to pay off in the later half of this game. You know, you don't have to worry about, you know, them catching up on that P2. The game should be a little bit favored for the Boston Burgers to start out the P3, but you know, sooner than later, Denver Surrender, they're gonna lock down this P3, and Boston Burgers are gonna have to find a way to maybe break into this one. They do have player 3 out in that stables area, but as this hill pops, the Boston Burgers are real far away.
There was much in time though there for Boston on that. P2 will briefly take the lead, but now we know how hard it is to break through this P3 setup. You're having Boston players spawn so far out because of Tolkien's position, and I mean, this hill is so hard to break. You just have to coordinate yourself as a team, but just getting mowed down in the 3 lanes. There is a chance here for the Boston players to break through the front. Need some pace on them, though. Just waiting for the reinforcements. Blades does get taken down on point, but Actual comes in with the 2-piece and cleans it up right away. Chance here, though, again for Boston to try to break this. They're actually getting some close spawns here now, so maybe trying to negate some of the scrap time that could go Denver's way. Kylo finally gets taken down. Already 14-4 in this one.
Yeah, he's got the cruise missile in his back pocket. The rotation to P4 comes in. The Denver Surrender surrounding this point so far. The Boston Burgers have 12 seconds to maybe make their way over here, try to cause a ruckus. But for now, Denver Surrender in a good setup. Only player they got to worry about is Volts. But the rest of the Boston Burgers still coming off spawn. They're coming off of that old time. But, I mean, for now, Volts, he's just going to soak up as much time as he can.
Been back and forth so far. Seeing nice holds on both sides, and this one on those respective money hills. Now we'll see if Boston can break that. That game is going to be criminal with that first kill. And now surrounding the point is Denver, trying to find their way back in. They have the pinch set up. Now just looking for the timing on it. Kylo, and he finds the player up top. He won't, but Actual cleans it up for him, and that's going to be all 4 down. Denver trying to do a really good job of surrounding that point and working together to break it. And now they're spawning these Boston players over toward that P3 side. So they're going to look to set up 4 next, but again, more time going the way of Denver, and we'll see if Tyler can make a last-second play on this point. But now all eyes are going to be looking for section 5.
Yeah, you see Boston Burgers, they have some units over toward that area. Kylo's going to get taken down, but he still has that streak. He could very well use it here. The full setup is going to come in for the Boston Burgers. Volts just trying to lock down that open and closed side of the map. But with Denver Surrender of control of those open and closed doors, the Boston Burgers are really pushed back to their limits. They don't really have a lot of favorable gunfights to take right here, and you see Boston Burgers is paying off for them.
Now some more split spawns coming in around the map. Eventually, though, Denver Surrender do come out on top of the trades once again, and they'll be able to get on the time. And now, going to be a kind of a tough situation here for Boston to break, because the setup is really good. You got Kylo watching the full cross. You got players tucked away in point. This could actually really turn into a big hill here for Denver as they continue to find the kills. Tolkien with the snap onto the player top single, and Volts finally taking a player down for Denver Surrender. But I mean, this has been good. This has been a good run here for Denver on these last 2.
Yeah, and I think the main difference has been their slaying ability. I mean, you look at that scoreboard, obviously Kylo pops off your screen at 18 and 9, but Tolkien and Blade's not too far behind as well. Getting a lot of slaying going, and actual, he's had that hill time locked down along with Blade's. Already a minute and 54 seconds on that hard point, only through the first rotation of hills. He's soaking that time. He's doing a great job for the squad. They're up 50 going into the secondary P1. Let's see if Denver Surrender can get as much time they did the first time around. They were able to get 40 points on that first P1, but it looks like they're going to be focusing more on the P2 the second time around.
Yeah, and they are going to break into this P1. I was going to say, Boston for a second there had a chance to really put a vice grip on a potential spawn trap, and you had a player blocking stone steps as well, so potential for that. But now the spawns are going to flip again, and it is going to be Denver spawning on those P2 side, that P2 side, excuse me, just in time. And now Boston again will have to try to make a break. You're already seeing them through open and close right now. Tolkien's going to have to do this one really himself. Now the reinforcements finally coming in, and Boston have to retreat. Another chance for Denver to get this opening time. It feels like time and time again, they've just won the majority of rotations.
Absolutely. Hidden Illusion trying to sneak on in through this closed side of the map. Kill comes in. Denver Surrender still soaking up this time. 43 seconds left on that clock. Boston Burgers, they are really going to want to maybe break things open, but at some point you're going to have to rotate to that P3. All of Denver Surrender spawning up so close, and the kills just keep coming in. The kill feed is red as always. This final 30 seconds is going to be a big one. You got Tyler trying to lock that down, but Kylo, he's already ready to fight for this P3. As he gets taken down, that final 20 is going to go the way of Denver Surrenders, but Boston Burgers, if they want to get back into this game, they're going to have to lock down a full 60 here.
Do they have to? Yeah, this is a hill that you just cannot afford to give up time on, and the problem for them is they do have a couple cruise missiles on the other side. We'll probably see them come into play here. Right now, it is going to be coming in, try to break the hill open, try to weaken up those trophies, and now Cruz comes in and finds 3. Actual with the turn on for the 4th, and just like that, Denver break in. Now looking to put this one away.
Big 3-piece cruise missile. The trophies were not down, and he finds the full team almost. Big turnaround for the Denver Surrender. Boston Burgers not going to get any of that time. They're still soaking up here, and they could really close the door on the Boston Burgers right here. This could have gone either way for a moment, but Kylo and Blades are popping off. And now Denver Surrender up over 100 points. Boston Burgers, it seems like this one might be over for them. They're going to have to make some big plays to make a comeback here.
Tyler is going to find 2 the rest of this trap time for his team. But once again, the rotation coming in. Denver there first. And I mean, that's just a great coordination play from the team. They weaken up those. I think there's maybe 1 trophy on point. They weaken it up, and because of that, are able to get that cruise through to find 3. And now we'll look to put it away here on P4. Blade's trying to push out and become a problem. One player in the back here for Boston is Criminal. He's going to have to do a lot of work because his team is spawning all over the map. But Boston don't look like they have an answer at the moment. Denver continuing to lock this point down and looking really good doing so. 2 more in the feed now, only 8 seconds away from winning this one. Criminal trying to find a way through the front. He's taken down, though. The Boston player needs to dive on here to try to stop this time, but they are not able to. Denver Surrender take map 1 in a dominating fashion.
They absolutely looked amazing while doing so. I mean, it was a close one there for the early couple hills, but as soon as that second rotation pops, Denver Surrender start to run away with this one, and it was well off the back of that slaying they were able to get done. I mean, we'll see.
I did see a sniper out on the defensive side for Denver, so we'll see if that comes into play. But you're seeing Boston already potentially going over to that B bomb site early. As you said, I mean, only really 1 resource on the side of the map. You do have Actual, though, watching the mid-map, and he can really he's going to need to play his life in point. Bolts, though, gets that opening kill, and right away, that bomb goes down at B, and now it's going to have to be a 4v3 retake here for Denver.
And I want to see Boston Burgers camp these corners. Don't let Denver Surrender get any freebies. You have that man advantage. You don't need to make any plays. Just guard that bomb site as much as you want to. Criminal going to be watching that flank. There's going to be nobody there. All this hit is going to come in through the side door, and that's a big even the odds. Blades finds a snipe as well. This is getting dangerous for Boston.
I mean, it's working well well to try to break this, and now they have control. It is going to be Boston Burgers players now on the back foot, and just like that, it's going to be Tyler Destiny. 1v3, sniper out, finds one, looking for a second. Can he play his life for long enough? No, he cannot. He is taking down Kylo. Will defuse that bomb, and that is a beautiful retake there for Denver Surrender. I mean, Kylo on that side door side, just again with his teammate, just making sure that they know exactly what they want to do, focusing on what corner they want to focus on. That is a beautiful retake there.
Yeah, and I know that player one on the Boston Burgers, he was trying to watch that flank, but I would say maybe watching it just a couple of ticks too long. You got to get in with your teammates at the grand scheme of things. You got to play for those trade battles. Denver Surrender were able to win that one, dropping 2 players, Actual and Blades, 2 apiece. How is he going to use this sniper this time around? Is he going to be able to find a couple more? Because he was shooting with it first time around.
I think it was Actual last round. Actual and Kylo with that play that really opened up that bomb site for Denver, but now they will try their hand on the offensive side. Volt trying to get an angle here, but he's actually going to be taken down by Kylo. It is going to be Hidden Illusions, though. With that sniper, finds one, Pokey, another one on Tyler, and just like that, Denver will have the life advantage, but now Criminal evening up at 2v2. Watch Actual, though. He's on the flank here with Deddy Pops. He can make a play toward this top plat area. Do these players read him? They do not. He finds one, and now it's going to leave Criminal left in a 1v2. Can he get the timing here? He sees the cross, but fires his gun. The information is now granted. We'll see if Denver would like to take him down. They do. Denver take round 2.
Yeah, and that player pushing in through that middle jacuzzi area really opens things up for the Denver Surrender. Get that map control, get that 2v1 advantage, and Actual is able to find that final kill onto Criminal. Criminal trying to play that cheeky angle, but does not favor him in that situation. The trade battle definitely won by the Denver Surrender yet again because, I mean, the Boston Burgers, they're not getting blown out in these rounds by any means. It's just 1 to 2 kills that makes a difference each time. Actual going to be on a 4 streak. Let's even get the cruise missile here. Boston Burgers back on that offensive end. If they go back to B or they hit that A site this time around, I feel like, you know, the Denver Surrender, they're going to have to lean more resources over toward that B site, but that A bomb site going to be a little bit more open this time around.
Yeah, and I like this play. Volt's trying to get aggressive over toward the couch area. He must have heard that player jump. Try to take this chow. Does take down Actual off that streak as well. But Kylo, in the meantime, finding a few. And again, it is going to be Boston in the man disadvantage. Now Blade's going to just attack Volts with that pistol. Finds him, and just like that, Tyler left in a 1v3. His position is known as well. And these Denver players are just going to run him down, stun on. They know he's trapped back here. It is going to take a miracle here for Tyler, and maybe some over-aggression here from Denver. They're going to play this one slow. Do not want to give anything away cheaply. And this should be a round for Denver. Imagine trying to find one. The hit marker coming in on that snipe. Blade's now trying to chase him down, and with 28 seconds on the clock, this just feels inevitable that round should be one. Tyler finding one, looking for a second. Kylo, yeah, he's going to get out with his life as things become a little bit scary. Deddy is available, but only 15 seconds on the clock.
I'm curious if they know that bomb is down. They are leaning toward this A bomb site, but the shots come in and Tolkien reads them. Denver Surrenders put another round on the board, going up 3-0 swiftly to start out this map. And it seems like the Boston Burgers just giving away too many picks in that A side of the map. The Denver Surrender playing great with their information. They're finding those early kills, and they're paying off, no doubt about it. Those defensive ends been dominated so far, and I mean, Tyler just in such a bad spot at that back spot area. Just no plays for him to make. He is able to pick up Blades, but, you know, 1v2 not going to go his way. Almost a must-win round for the Burgers. They're going to have to lock down this defensive end, and I'm curious how they opt to do it.
No, I definitely think this is a must-win right here. You need to stop this momentum at some point. And it's like Denver are going to try to get aggressive through mid-map. It is going to be Hidden Illusion, though, with that snipe to finally give them a life advantage. Sorry, I thought that player was on the opposite team. But Blades does find Volts 3v3 now. You do not want to throw your life away here if you're Boston. You had that life advantage. Do not give anything away. And we'll see where this bomb elects to go. Actual... just waiting for any players top bed, but maybe now we'll see if the rotation comes in. Tyler in a potential area to make a play, but these players might slip right on through. One falls in his lap. That's a great read there from Toki to find Tyler, and that bomb should be potentially going to that B side. A Criminal trying to lock this one down, but through restaurant. Denver will go, and that bomb will go down over at B. Tries to make a play here. He's taken down the 1v3 for Hidden Illusion.
He's got the sniper in him as well, not the artillery you want if you are in that situation. Hidden Illusion does all he can, but Denver Surrenders get another round on the board. I like the quick push over toward that B bomb site. They get that bomb down for free, put those Denver Surrenders in such a tough position. Go up 4-0 in the map now. They're running away with this one as fast as they possibly can. Trying to close it out, and they're doing an absolutely great job of doing so. Denver Surrenders, I mean, they just have so many shooters on their squad. It's just hard to shut them all down.
And I think, as you said before, for Boston, you're not winning that trade battle. You're not winning the battle on picks, and it just takes its toll, right? And I think they're going to try this play over at B again, which I did like the first time around, despite the retake. We'll see if it's read by Denver, as they are just really going to sprint at this one. But you already see Denver knowing that something's happening. It is going to be Hidden Illusion, though, with the first. So, once again, Boston does have control of the site. Criminal finds one on the blades as well, but they don't account for Actual in the back, who finds two. And just like that, a 2v2, Kylo finds one as well. And Tyler, once again, in the 1v2 situation. A heartbreaking round for Boston. They cannot get one on the board. Denver up 5-0.
I just don't know why that player doesn't just plant safe from those back doors. I mean, if he's just behind the bomb, he gets that bomb down for free. But instead, he tries to plant off for the side, maybe plant for Freezer, and it just does not pan out. So tough loss for the Boston Burgers, especially in a 4v2 situation. You find those first two bloods, you want to close it out, especially in that kitchen area. But Denver Surrenders, they're looking to shut out the Boston Burgers in this map too. They're moving different here, and it looks like they're just as good in Search and Destroy as they are in Hardpoint.
I mean, that's arguably 2 rounds where, they had a chance to get that bomb down at B. In the first round, they did, and they just threw the round away. I think that's 2 rounds that you really want to win. It's really tough for a defensive team to try to break back in once you get control of Kitchen, but Denver Surrender have done it twice now in a man disadvantage, mind you. It is not been good for them. Kylo through the door, finding one. As it was Boston with the opening 2 picks here. So once again, they have a life advantage, but can they finally capitalize and take a round? Has not happened yet, and you see Denver honestly just trying to play for maybe 1 pick, even up the numbers, and then make a hit over to one of the bomb sites. But Boston don't want to give anything away.
And they definitely shouldn't. You don't want to scam your life here, especially in this scenario. You've lost some man advantage situations here in the Search and Destroy so far. You got to keep your men up here. Bomb has not been moving yet. Volt gets that information onto Kylo. Bomb yet to go down. Only 23 seconds left to go. Denver Surrender going to be forced to make a play at some point.
Kylo now trying to sneak his way toward the bomb, but he's picked off, and now you would imagine that there has to be a round here finally for Boston, and it is. They played their numbers after getting the first couple kills and will take that round eventually. Boston not getting shut out here in the Search and Destroy. They do show some life. Of course, a long way to go in this Search and Destroy to bring it back, but it does start with 1 round, and they will take it there. Now head back to the offensive side where, Jake, we've seen success for them and at least getting to the bomb site over at B. Have not been able to convert over there, but wonder if they elect to go back to that site.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, if the Boston Burgers had to close out a couple of those rounds that they should have, this would be a 3-3 game right now. But instead, they're in a full sale situation, and it is on the card. So, Tej, it's not over yet. Let's see what happens here. Who gets that first blood? The nade comes in, but the bomb's going to go down swiftly. Hidden Illusion going to get taken down off that bomb site, but Volt's in range of making a play. That's not the first blood you wanted to give up, but at least you even the odds.
Again, the coordination, double nading that A site to kill the planter. This bomb is down, and now this is going to be Tyler trying to get this one down, but perfect timing there from the Denver Surrender player to peek that bomb. It will go down, but you have the life advantage now if you're Denver to close this one out. And, you see the players spread across the map, just trying to find an opening. Got to make a play here soon, of course, and I think Tyler's going to hear this player bottom lights. on him. We'll see. 27 seconds. Not able to do anything yet, but Criminal not going to find the timing there. And once again, it is going to be Tyler left in the 1v3 situation. Koki finding him out as well. Does find one. 17 seconds on the clock. This is doable. You just got to kill this player off the bomb when they go over there. Does find one. Going to now try to play his life. Don't peek it. He peeks it and gets taken down. Oh, no. Kylo with the play there. Man, another round where you felt like Boston should have potentially have it. I know it was a 1v3, but you find the kill on the bomb planner. He goes for the instant reach out, gets taken down, and that's going to be Denver in a 6-1 fashion on the search and destroy.
Yeah, I mean, Tyler could have very easily just played his life for a little bit.
Side up 2-0 in the series, and if you are Boston, you need some sort of spark. Not really a close step in this one so far, and they're looking for something. A good start here, though. Finding two, looking for more, and this is a good start to the defense here for Boston.
Indeed. They get those Denver players kind of pushed back a little bit. They're trying to make that pinch. Gonna hop on that point for just a second. Fight on the point is ensuing. The back and forth goes. The trade battle is going on, but Kylo with a big two-piece. That might be the difference maker, but Tyler picks up a two-piece of his own. Starting out the map 4-0. 2 off of that cruise missile, and you know how impactful those can be.
He's going to get taken down, though. It does allow Boston to have some presence over toward this B side to try to contest it for as long as they can. You're just think eventually this will go down, but try to take as much time off the clock to defend that A point as you can, and they're doing just that. Trying to take a play through Secret, but going to have some crossfire with his teammate. He's taken down again, and this has been a phenomenal Boston defense so far. Krim cannot get that trophy down in time. He's taken out, but you got to say at the time, it is going to be a win here for the Boston Burgers for the first couple seconds. But as I say that, 27 seconds on the clock, and now you have a hop over toward A. This is really worst case scenario now for Boston.
Yeah, and you got Blades on that B point as well. They do not know which direction they want to shut down this push from. Bolts is able to pick up a two-piece. Final player on the point is going to be Actual, and this switch of kills might be a big difference maker for the Boston Burgers. They could have very well lost that round with a couple of kills going the opposite direction, but they get a full wipe. Denver surrender back off spawn, and they only got 17 seconds to capture a point here.
Find some kills, but it is going to be Volts and Krim combining for 2, and need to find an opening here if you are Denver. Getting shut down every way they go, and that should be around here for Boston, really taking advantage of the strong defensive side there in a lopsided first round. They get on the board first. If you're Denver, not the biggest loss in the world. I mean, you did end up with 3 ticks, but I mean, that was a pretty dominant round there for Boston.
Absolutely. It's what you like to see. That could be that spark that you were talking about, Tej. They very much so do need a spark after the map 1 and 2. This could be the map where they turn things around here. Very capable squad. We've seen them take advantage in a lot of those search and destroy rounds. Just wasn't able to close them out. Volt off to a hot 9-4 start with that Toronto Ultra Camo. Maybe that's the difference maker. Let's see what they can do on this offensive side, or will Denver surrender, tie things up at 1?
I think, again, potential for a turning point here. You have a strong defensive round. If you can come out here firing on the offense, and don't even necessarily need to win it, but get that team advantage going forward. I think this could be big here for Boston, but it is going to be a strong start here for Denver on the defensive side, trying to shut these players down. Whoa! Player right in his face does take down Kylo, and this will give them some purchase to really get on both points here. Maybe looking their eyes over to B now as that player on A taken down. Thing here offensively for both teams kicking it off, a lot of just staggered plays. It feels like both teams have not been able to get a full wave down yet. Boston, obviously, a lot of time. This offense just started, but having a hard time opening up the defense is both offenses.
You do have the Boston Burgers trying to maybe get a pinch going. That's going to be Tyler finding that player top grill. They do get a player on A. Can he find that trade onto Kylo? Kylo's going to do a great job of running on away. The Denver surrender a couple of moments to regroup and find a good push onto this A point because you want to keep that safe. Blades with that 2-piece. He may be 4-12, but those 2 kills were big ones.
Find himself on the point, finding 2, looking for a 3rd. Toki playing his life as long as he can, waiting for those reinforcements. Both players trying to play down right now and wait for the teammates fort. You're seeing all those Boston Burgers
Ooh.
players right now come in from the hotel side, but Blades finding two with the nade. Now Tolkien trying to find the kill. He's taking down a scrappy A point right now. That second tick, I do not think came in yet. Hidden Illusion trying to play his life on point. I mean, he has been here for a long time, finding one, finally getting taken down. That second tick indeed did not come in, and now if you're Denver, a chance to put Boston in the spawn trap.
Spawn trap's gonna be so hard to get out of. Only 9 lives to go if you're the Boston Burgers. Kylo pops off again, goes on an 8 streak, looking like he did in the map 1. He's got that cruise missile, and the Boston Burgers keep on falling. 16 seconds left to go. You don't have any control on the map. The spawn trap is in full force. They're gonna be forced to push this theater side of the map, but the Denver Surrender are ready for it.
And just like that, I mean, you have maybe one more chance, but he's taken down now. Volts last alive on B, trying to buy his teammates some time. He's taking down Blades with a second, and that is another strong defensive round. I mean, the lives are ending 17-1. That's unfortunate there for Boston. You feel like you have a strong start there, in that round 1, but just like that, it gets erased as Denver really shut them down on defense, and they'll have the tick advantage at least through the first 2 rounds.
They absolutely will. Boston Burgers maybe a round that they want back. They were so close to capturing that A point. Could have made something happen if they were able to get that one, but instead, Kylo starts popping off. 21-8 now. Absolutely fantastic control round. Where will they go on the offensive end? Looks like they're leaning toward that B site the second time around.
We're sure that Kenny from the CDL isn't on his burner. This Kylo, I mean, he is absolutely frying, finding another one. 22-8 at the moment, and looking for 23. Is going to be Tyler, though, playing his life, finding one, and now just going to try to be a nuisance here for the side of Boston. And again, now on the defensive side, just trying to clear the key point. As I said, it feels like offensively, just both teams have not been able to really get a wave of kills where you can just go over and get that B point, lock it in, and put your sights on A. It's really been a defensive battle at this point. Staggering these pushes from the offenses, and once again you're seeing all 4 down. This is going to allow Boston potentially move off the map and put Denver once again in this spawn trap. We'll see what they are able to do. Boston playing and trying to find this kill, as you see, trying to find those spawn kills as well, but can Denver finally get an opening here on the offense? Not happening yet.
Absolutely not. They do have some reinforcements over at that B point, but you got Criminal trying to be a nuisance here for just a moment. You got one player that's going to be Kylo on the point. Actual spot that player in the low doors area. It's going to be Tolkien trying to make that pinch happen. He is able to find one and make it a second, but Hidden Illusion with 2 big kills. They are going to be on that B point, but there's a lot of green arrows roaming around.
Finally, it looks like that B point will be able to get locked in.
Ooh.
Got a couple of bodies just absolutely flying through vending. But just like that, it is going to be the A point captured, and now Denver a chance to go over toward A, but you have to clear so many spots over toward this A side. It makes it tough, especially when Boston do exactly what you should, push up the street, influence those spawn. And so there's going to be Kylo, though, finding another one, and it's going to be 2 down, and they know these players are going to be in their back, so this gets very interesting very quick. Volts, he's got to be the player to at least find one. You got to at least find one, but he's taken down, and now it's going to be Hidden Illusions coming in. You see, I mean, Denver pushed up way into the spawner now of Boston. It's actually going to spawn these players basically in front of player number 4 in Blades, but they finally take him down, and back to the drawing board here for Denver.
12 lives to go for the Boston Burgers. Make it 11. Lives are tied right now. You got 48 seconds to hop on that point. Kylo having a masterclass of a game right now, sitting at 29-10. Exactly what you want to see out of your main AR player, and those couple of kills might have opened an avenue to jump onto that A point. They're going to try to deal with Hidden Illusion here, but the Boston Burgers are going to have to move quick.
Does take down one, and Kylo finding more players. I mean, this guy is absolutely frying her now. Triple positive, looking for a third. Kylo, are you kidding me? And now it is going to have to be a rush for Boston to try to get over to this A zone and defend, but Kylo is in the front line, going to try to shut them down, finding one on the other side of the map. Tyler finding one on that A point and trying to shut this down. Maybe a chance here. The lives, only 3 lives left here for Denver. It is going to be a clear. And with 24 seconds left, we're basically going to play a little bit of team deathmatch here, maybe to shut this one out. Blades finds one, 3v4 situation, 15 seconds left.
There you go, over from Blades, but he's going to get traded out, making it a 2v4 situation. Actual and Kylo trying to sneak onto that point real quick, but with 5 seconds left to go, it's going to be so hard to do so, especially when Actual is going to fall. Boston Burgers, they find that round. And things got dangerous there for a second, very dangerous, but the Boston Burgers able to close it out in the long haul. And they go up 2-1 at map point for this game 3. Can they send it to a game 4, Tej, or will Denver Surrender rattle off 2 straight?
Yeah, I thought once Kyler got that 3 and pushed up, I actually thought that that was going to be their moment. I think Boston got a few bottom vending spawns, so that kind of helped them out there to try to break that, and then obviously we're able to clear Kylo out. But I just want to make mention, and this is no slight on Actual, but you have Kylo 33 and 12. I mean, that's 45 engagements to Actual's 24. Like, it's just, Kylo's literally flying at people right now, and it's working out for him. Trim going to find the first kill on to Actual, and once again, it is going to be Denver really coming out on top of the opening trades here to start this round. Denver looking to lock this defensive round in and send it to a round 5, which should be in a decent position to get that defense for. We'll see what Boston can do.
Kylo is able to pick up 1, but the Boston Burgers able to sneak in through that theater side of the map. I was a little bit worried for a moment that the Boston Burgers would very early on get put into that back spawn trap, but they're able to fight their way out of it. But Blades here to maybe find a couple. He is able to find 1. The Denver Surrender going to be fighting from all angles here. You got player 3, Tulkey, on the deep pinch, and he's going to be able to get 1 with it. But at the same time, Boston Burgers trying to sneak onto that A point. They're making good use of their time, but Denver Surrender still so good at getting those kills.
Problem here for Boston is you have a couple players from Denver, as you see. Kylo, of course it's Kylo, is just in their spawn being annoying. However, there's going to be some purchase here over for this A zone, so Kylo's has to go big. He's taken down. That progress will potentially continue to go if Blades is taken down. So here we go. Boston hopping on this A point. Tyler is in a great position here to make a play. Anybody that comes to this top glass area, he will look to take down, but going his way, and it's just going to be Denver trying to take these players out around the point. Tyler, though, finally finding 2, opening up the map for his team, but Boston's not able to get a stack over on toward A. There's going to be that 3rd tick of progress going in, and we'll see if Denver elects to chalk this one up, or if they are going to try to fight it now with that point basically cleared. Looks like they will be able to hold that A point. I mean, this has been a weird offensive round. Like, it feels like Boston should have a win already, but they do not. And, I mean, they're running out of time.
They are indeed running out of time. 24 seconds left to go. You're going to have to make that trek off of spawn, and you have a good idea that they're probably going to go toward that B site. It's going to be the rest of the Denver Surrender locking down that push, but Kylo putting in shots from long distance. 11 seconds left to go. You only have 1 more push, and the Boston Burgers keep on falling.
One more player, Actual, takes him down as well. And again, it felt like Boston a lot of the time had the positioning that we're not able to close out that round. Denver Surrender send it to a round 5. And Jake, I don't know if you know what the kill record is, but we might be. I mean, he's got 43 through 4 rounds. You're looking at a potential 50 bomb coming in. I mean, this has been a heck of a performance here from Kylo.
I mean, I can't imagine anybody's ever hit 50, whether it's control or not. This is a Kylo masterclass. As I said before, we are going to a round 5. This is definitely his shot to get as many kills as he could possibly get and potentially win the game. Not only the most kills in the lobby by a long shot, but also the least deaths by a good amount as well. He's putting on a show for the boys. Let's see if they can come out with the map W.
They will get that defense around 5, which is going to be huge. And Kylo, no fear, going to challenge this top bar area right away. Boston already making their way over toward B. And I think if you're Denver, you're basically okay with giving them B. I think as long as you can to wind down that time, but you just don't want to give up anything toward A. And finally, Boston with a chance here to maybe stack in if they can find Actual, which they do. But, I mean, just reinforcement after reinforcement coming in for Denver, not wanting to give this up easily.
Realistically, you may want to chalk this if you are the Denver Surrender, but Blades picks up a big 2-piece to slow things down, work that timer, but it looks like the Denver Surrender are going to cut their losses, give up that B point, as they should. Tolkien going to be trying to play for those exit kills, but the rest of the Denver Surrender ready to maybe get them put in a spawn trap. They just got to find those initial set of kills.
Yeah, I mean, just, you know, of course, B is going to go positioning now on Corday. You just got to find these kills. Kylo finding that player, bottom bending. He's going to look for a second as well. This man is shooting, trying to find this player. But, I mean, if you're Denver, you have the map surfing right now. You have the spread across the map that you want. I mean, this is going to be tough for Boston to break out of it. Just starts with a few kills and now trying to get themselves on the point. But once again, Kylo with 2 in the feed. He's at 47, nearing that 50 bomb trim. Last alive here for Boston. Just trying to clear the street side to maybe get some better spawns, but they are getting cut down right now in Denver, looking to close this one out.
Kylo forced to pick up a second gun because he's running out of bullets with the first one. Puts in some more shots, hits that 49 mark, trying to hit that 50 bomb. Can he do so? Hasn't even needed to use that kill streak as of yet. The bigger problem for the Boston Burgers is that they are so trapped in their spawn right now. A minute left to go, and they're going to have to push through this bus side. They are going to do it, but they got a lot of players to fight through.
Just takes 1-4 down, and then things get into that trophy. Finding one Kylo on the back line. That's 50. I mean, just an unreal performance. One I don't think I've ever seen in the CRL, and he continues to fry. Do not chow this man. It is not worth it. He is going to get taken down, though, and for Boston, you probably have, I mean, realistically, one more good push at this. They're going to try to work through the back lines here. Again, it only takes, you know, 3 or 4 down, but they're just not finding kills. They're getting absolutely slayed out, and now a victory lap coming in. Kylo with that cruise. Not going to find anything in point. One player on here in Criminal. This will be a miracle comeback, but Actual shuts him down. Only 5 lives left now for Boston. Trying to make a play. Let's get to this bottom bending area, but Kylo once again shutting it down. Actual with a kill as well, and Kylo with another 53 in this game. Again, I am speechless right now. I have not seen anything like it. Blades with 2 to finish it off, and Denver Surrender win it in a 3-0 fashion. They take this control in round 5.
Kylo had to turn up for the squad for the one time. The Denver Surrender 2 rounds away from losing that map 3, but they close it out in startling fashion. I mean, 50